The Artist of Disappearance, a collection of 3 novellas by acclaimed Indian author Anita Desai, offers a glimpse into contemporary India, interwoven with elements of regional history and tradition. Each narrative explores themes of creativity, suppressed expression, and the weight of remorse, unifying the collection as a whole. Desai, heralded as India's greatest living writer by The Guardian, has garnered critical acclaim, with 3 of her works shortlisted for the Booker Prize and her children's novel, The Village by the Sea, earning the esteemed Guardian Children's Fiction Prize. The opening story, The Museum of Final Journeys, is narrated by an unnamed government bureaucrat. In a candid confession, he reveals his hidden aspiration to become a writer but resignedly followed his father's bureaucratic path instead. Stationed in a remote rural outpost as a junior officer, he harbors disdain for the countryside and its inhabitants, yearning for the comforts and pleasures of city life. As his monotonous duties begin to weigh heavily on him, he descends into a state of apathy. However, a chance encounter with a bowed, bespectacled old man changes the course of his existence. The old man, caretaker of the old Mukherjee estate, shares a secret with the official, an extraordinary museum of treasures collected by the estate's absent heir during his worldly travels. Concerned about the fate of these valuables and the encroaching thefts, the caretaker implores the official to secure government intervention in preserving the museum. Intrigued at first, the official's enthusiasm wanes when he discovers that the caretaker is unaware of the owner's whereabouts, foreseeing legal complications and hesitating to become entangled in a complex situation. He bitterly reflects on his role, feeling overshadowed by others who dreamt of imagination and embarked on adventurous lives, while his sole responsibility was to clean up their mess. Despite his cynicism, he decides to visit the museum. Initially, all he sees is the decay and passage of time within the dilapidated mansion. However, as the caretaker guides him through rooms filled with marvelous treasures, from intricate illustrations to kimonos, scrolls, and rugs, the official senses that he is a privileged observer of a bygone world. The vast collection overwhelms him with its melancholic obsolescence. The ultimate spectacle is a tired-looking live elephant. Though he promises to stay in touch, the official never contacts the caretaker again, justifying his inaction with the question, "What else could I have done?" The second novella, Translated, introduces Prema Joshi, a discontented English literature teacher at a girls' school who appears prematurely aged. Similar to the narrator in the previous story, Prema is a failed writer. One day, she encounters Tara, a former schoolmate who has become a renowned feminist publisher. Tara offers Prema the opportunity to translate the short stories of a reclusive local author, Savarna Devi, into English. Thrilled by the prospect, Prema admires Devi's works and appreciates the connection to her deceased mother's native Oriya language. As Prema translates the stories, she takes the liberty of making slight modifications, believing that she has the power, or at least the ability, to interpret the text for the readers. The translated collection is published, and Prema eagerly anticipates meeting Devi at a writers' conference. However, upon seeing Devi's unassuming appearance, Prema is unimpressed and fails to establish a personal connection. When Devi writes a novel, Prema is entrusted with the task of translating it. Unfortunately, Prema's admiration for Devi diminishes as she finds the new novel sluggish and lacking. Prema, driven by the desire to improve and establish a unique style for the novel, takes significant liberties while editing the text. She sees herself as a co-author with Devi, seeking to elevate the book's quality. However, Devi's family raises complaints about the alterations Prema has made in the translation, resulting in her losing her position. In her attempt to write her own stories afterward, Prema realizes that she has lost her narrative voice in the process of trying to emulate Devi. She perceives her future as an empty road, devoid of inspiration and direction. The title story concludes the collection, focusing on Ravi, a recluse residing in the charred remnants of his family's mansion in the foothills of the Himalayas. As a child, Ravi suffered from neglect and abuse at the hands of his wealthy adoptive parents. They would leave him behind during their European tours, subjecting him to strict rules and physical punishment upon their return. Ravi discovered solace and freedom in the outdoors, finding wonder in nature and the limitless possibilities it presented. After a brief college stint, Ravi returns home following the demise of his parents. He allows Miss Wilkinson, his mother's elderly and nearly blind companion, along with her cats, to continue living with him. Tragedy strikes when Miss Wilkinson accidentally sets the house ablaze and subsequently passes away. Ravi chooses to remain amidst the ruins, avoiding social interactions. He discovers a hidden glade where he meticulously creates intricate patterns using plants, stones, and berries. He even waits for leaves to attain specific shades before incorporating them into his evolving masterpiece. When a documentary film crew arrives to shoot a movie on environmental degradation, they stumble upon Ravi's artwork and capture it on film. Eager to meet Ravi, they seek his participation, but he adamantly refuses, considering their gaze alone as a desecration of his work. Instead, he begins collecting matchboxes, meticulously filling them with tiny fragments of nature, preserving his connection to the natural world in a different form. Within the matchboxes, Ravi creates miniature constellations that resemble stars in the night sky. When the boxes are closed, they become invisible, allowing Ravi to carry them discreetly wherever he ventures. These hidden treasures serve as a personal connection to nature, a secret source of solace and inspiration. Recognizing that their footage of Ravi's artwork lacks significance without an interview or interaction with him, the film crew comes to understand the importance of his presence. As they depart from the villa, they find contentment in capturing the powerful images of mining explosions, which provide them with an alternative subject for their documentary. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.